Yes, I am almost at a loss as where to start on this one, but being the culture buzz, I am never at a loss for long, and I won't just stop. I won't freeze like a deer in the headlights or anything like that, although perhaps I should. I have a room full of zanies, is the best way to put it. You folks that have stayed with me over the years have had the privilege of kind of experiencing these people. Nigel and Bridgette are two names that should be permanently emblazoned in your cerebral stuff.
Matrix.
And
mental tattoos.
We have the technology to make that happen.
Yes, there's little data ports on the back of your neck.
And see, before I launched into the very first utterance of sound, I said to myself, forget trying to control this interview. There will be no control factor. There are some things you need to know, however. September 10th, September 11th. Is that right?
Yes, we open. We open on September 10th.
Those dates, one of those dates, if not both those dates, because you may just have to go back for seconds at this comedic buffet.
There are more, though. You realize
we go through the 19th.
Yes.
So, well, 19. Well, see, I'm giving you an opening here. Okay, let's regain control somewhat. Okay, if this were a real interview, and someone would say, "Well, thank you for being here today. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you are here for?"
Thank you for having us, John Busbee.
Please go on.
We open on September 10th.
We are.
Oh.
We are the
Go ahead.
concluding amazing adventures of Nigel and Bridgette.
Mm-hmm. The third and perhaps
And we should
final
introduce our cast members.
installment. But before we go on, we'll introduce our actors.
And I'm doing this on purpose because I want you to recognize the voices, because these creative, incredibly creative folks have drafted something very special just for the Culture Buzz.
And the audience.
There's a hanging.
A hanging Chad.
Poor Chad.
That's a whole other Nigel and Bridgette episode, really.
But to introduce our cast, we have Bridgette, who is played by
Susie Gilbranson.
And I am Nigel, who is played by John Caesar.
And I am Eric Bench. I play Simon.
And I am Jolene Rice. I play Sarah Jones.
And there you have the quintessential quartet that makes up the Nigel and Bridgette legacy, as no legacy has been established in the greater Des Moines area.
Awesome.
They are, I will tell you this, it's an experience. It's not just a performance. It's an experience. They use every electronic and otherwise device and gadget.
OSHA will allow us to use.
Yes, this is OSHA tested, almost.
Well, we do set the fire alarms off quite frequently.
Details. The exits are always well marked, so you know.
Never lost an audience member.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
See, and this is. Let's just talk about origins, okay?
Yeah.
First, talk about the fact that you didn't come together because someone said, "I've got a Nigel and Bridgette script. Let's do this."
If only that had been the way.
You four have a long kind of and storied performing history, don't you?
We're storied
right.
and
We're
legacy
storied.
now. We're storied and legacy.
That's right.
Awesome.
I'm more of a bridge.
Well, I mean, on
Wait till
top
I get
of
to the
being-
mythology.
Oh my! There's mythology.
On
Go,
top
Sue.
of being frequent performers together, we're also very good friends. So approximately 3 years ago, John and I were in an improv performance for Comedy Experiment, which is our improv troupe, and we did this sketch about a British couple named Nigel and Bridgette and their adventures trying to keep up with their next door neighbors. That was the sort of origin of the characters. John and I got to talking and really liked the characters, and he started writing, and he wrote this script, and you know, when thinking about who we wanted to play Simon and Sarah, we both agreed immediately. We didn't even really have to discuss it.
That's right.
That
And the
Jolene...
third choices were Jolene and myself.
Exactly.
That's not true.
You beat me to the punchline.
Gotta be quick.
Well,
I
when
know.
everyone else said no, Jolene
said, "Yeah, we'll do
They
it."
were absolutely our first choice.
I
We
try
jumped
to
the chance,
give
so.
a kind of a nice little serious, sweet moment in this. I should have known better.
Yeah,
I should
there
have
are
known
none of
better.
those.
Well,
There are none of those.
no.
But
From
it-
Nigel and Bridget have come experiences, working in the 7-Eleven Theater Project together and all sorts of random fun.
But this is just this odd hybrid of British series, science fiction, absurdity, comic stuff. I mean, I'm not sure if there's anything I can think of that has been lacking in the previous presentations.
If it was, it's in this one.
I think maybe a pregnant elephant. I have not seen a pregnant elephant yet.
Well, we had a dinosaur.
We had a dinosaur.
Went on our radio show last year.
Yeah.
It's not an elephant, though.
There's
That's right.
been multiple
It was a
pregnancies.
precursor to an
Between
elephant.
Bridget and Sarah, there are, 32 children?
Yeah.
You see?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Needless to
wouldn't call
say,
them
folks.
No.
We don't
that's
like it when
not
you call us that to
politically
our faces.
Okay, this is one of those points where we insert pertinent information. Now, we have, if nothing else, piqued your curiosity, saying, what kind of insanity may I be, introducing myself to? Well, you have to find out through websites and things like that. So here is how you find out more information, because I almost erred by saying one weekend when they have 2 weekends. So,
Right. Thank you, John Busbee.
JC, you drive me nuts.
I know. We open on September 10th, Friday, September 10th. Our show is at 7:30. We also have a show on Saturday, September 11th at 7:30. We also have a special Tuesday Thrifty Theater performance, which is on Tuesday, September 14th
I
at
wish you could
7:30.
see visuals on this too, folks.
And tickets for that show are only
$5.
$5, like the one commercial, except it's for theater, not food.
Sandwiches.
Yeah. And then we also have a show on Friday, September 17th at 7:30, and then we have a show on Saturday, September 18th at 7:30, and our final and last show will be on Sunday, September 19th at a matinee at 2 p.m.
In case you didn't catch that, that was the final and last.
Yes.
Yes.
John Caesar, it just taxes the heck out of you to try and do something like that in a straight delivery, doesn't it?
I can't. I can't. Work
It's
on
really
it.
crazy.
John
Busbee, now-
Busbee, in answer to your original question, you can find us at
www.nigelbridgette.com.
One of the
And the
things-
performance space, by chance, we might want to mention
Viking
that.
Theater at Grandview College.
Right.
Also, the times that John just gave, those are the start times, but we want to kind of put a pitch in there also that when house opens a half an hour before each of those times, we will be showing, each year we film a mockumentary, and whereas most theatrical experiences you have
You'll
just-
want to catch it.
Yes.
You'll want to. If it's anything like what they've delivered in them, you'll want to be there.
Oh, it's a
early.
continuation.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's a story arc, and this is the last part of the story. But where most theatrical experiences, you get some nice pre-show music, and we actually give you some meat and potatoes.
Substance.
Even more zany Nigel and Bridget antics.
Yes.
And so really the website undoubtedly has some kind of archival stuff to
Oh,
really
yes.
set the tone.
Yes.
So
There
It's
is.
it's at www.nigel1.mp4. It's spelled just like it sounds, and there's all kinds of fun things out there like clips and
is Bridget the
Pictures.
long or short Bridget?
It is the long Bridget with a
Thank
D
you.
and 2 T's and an E.
spelled just like it sounds.
How about 2 E's and 2
2 E's.
T's?
There's
there are
2
2
E's,
E's and
2
2
T's,
T's.
and a D. And a G.
Put them in the right order.
You always make
It's an
it
anagram.
difficult, Jolene.
I like British names for 500, Alex.
Nigel is spelled Nigel. Bridget is spelled Bridgette.
I can only begin to imagine what the rehearsal process is like with this quartet.
.com is spelled D.com.
Muzzle him for a moment.
Well, for the rehearsal process this year was actually a bit smoother than it's been in the past, because we finally, after 3 years of trying, have gotten Ann Wilkinson to step in as full-time director.
Full-time.
And she has been guiding the ship valiantly, even though the four of us try very hard
With a
to
whip and a chair.
push it off course.
What did you do? Did you recruit her at the end of a heavy night of drinking?
Oh, wow.
I,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think John has something on her. Some bit of information that.
Stum, stum, stum.
Okay. Well, obviously, this is something that's difficult to put into context in just a few minutes. So maybe the best thing to do is to give a sampling. This is going to be very CBF, crude but functional, on my part, because they literally handed me the script. So this is CBF performance on TCB, the Culture Buzz, by JTB, the man who's always willing to embarrass himself in public. But because these guys don't just come in with a simple little one-page press release with basic information. No. They go well beyond what is required by most radio hosts, such as myself, and they actually draft a sampling, as it were. This is something that will be unlike anything you folks have ever experienced. So buckle your seat belts and get ready. I'm going to let one of this group set this up, and then we'll launch into it.